of how so much stuff is considered the leftover love.
What's this?
Unfortunately, I've grown a lot and come to grips with, my mom, all that shit, with my daughter here.
What up, boy?
That's all being tethered to them.
Welcome to Live Chat.
My standards are and how I would
Remember
treat
to
people.
guard your privacy and Live Community Chat. It's not a chat. It's not frivolous. Yeah. Yeah, you don't know. You do the stuff? That don't know love, gotta use people. Yeah, I'm saying, you took it. You took it. Tell everybody for credit. You got everything under debit. Why do you keep from getting lost in the crowd? Why did you kick me out there? What? You go video for all the crowd. If you want to move in the casket, you won't be in there with the class. Can't get old. You got A+ for acting. Put a lot of food. Can't tell them apart. When they come in the bed, can't tell them apart. Got you. And then under the beat, we go to the shore. Turn up. Like nothing less than 5 nights. And it's the book. And this is another effort. Another effort. You already did on the world, well, F yeah. You already did on the world, you already did on the world, already did on the world. You don't know. You don't know love, gotta use people. I'm straight, you took it. You took it. You don't know.
Opposite of you, really.
Figure it out.
Say all you want, but some and a lot of them put it that way.
Who goes there? Shit at the gutters. I'm scared to come and put them in color. I'm not going to bring up my mother. First guy, so I got no cap on. Pastor got an ATM. Probably put a hand I got a car. Sinner, got to pay to be a winner. I know how none of this thing works.
According to what my standards are and how I would treat people, and then expect to be treated sometimes.
I trust that, y'all going on Moorishness.com, getting the latest Moorish music, not the only Moorish music, but you're getting my latest stuff on there. You're supporting other, like anything other than pedophiles, serial killers, stateless folks. If you into at least listening to the originals of this land, since some people don't like Aboriginal. This is the music, the frequency that's going to help assist in waking up our people who don't like to read. They like to, you can spit any song to them, they'll remember those songs. They know all the songs, but they won't know all the books though. So, very important to get this nation building music to them, you make your own music, that's good too. But don't be making no music and ignoring that there's Moorish Master MC that's been around for 10 years. You know, holding it down for
So much
everybody.
stuff is in the video built it up. You know, who we were, are, and then to be reduced to not even know who the freak
Who was influenced to call black don't really have a hit. Don't know if you love or hate it. They don't have no ears, how they listen. Some kind of trick. Open doors, they praying for the predators come and get them. Let's play victim. They got you eyes useless. Yo, do shit. I'm over here to do shit. Style and with the brick walls outside of town and system.
everything else.
You don't keep
So the whole, like the symbol being Jack.
He wasn't leaving the Jack, was leaving where Jack is. Mother bless her, he know come back to the Jack. Jack back in the box, see if he does better with this side.
The whole all the symbols are like evil stuff going out of it. You don't look towards it, the yoga, all this meditation, all that bad. Negative, anything that's gonna get you back to you.
Yeah, so I was thinking, you know, and more things, people get scared and nervous and stuff. I noticed that. They want to interrupt you and stuff, you know? But, it says, love thy neighbor, you know? Love thy neighbor. So let's see which neighbor they're talking about, you know? They got a map. This is Bosnia, right? We got Bosnia, and then to the bottom, say the southeastern part, you got Montenegro, you know? You got Montenegro. So, Monte Negro. How does that sound? What does that sound like? Monte, mountain. Negro, mountain of black folks, right? Mountain of black folks, right? So, people over here in North America that's claiming to be NBC's, Negro colors, black folks, you know, so far in my studies, right? There's a city in like Great Britain or a town in Great Britain called Black Country. Been around for like 800 years, Black Country. So, you know, there is a country called Black. You know, it's just a whole bunch of pale people live there. So it's either like the pale people don't know what they're doing, or the people that don't read don't know what they're doing, you know? So like Montenegro is Mountain of Negros, right? So where is this place? You can see Croatia there, Serbia, Slovenia, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Germany, Switzerland, you know, Romania, Hungary. So pretty much mountain of black people, mountain of Negroes, right? It's pretty much smack dab in Europe, you know what I'm saying? Like Eastern Europe, you know, pretty much. So it's like, if you're claiming to be one of those things, then you're claiming that you're from these areas, not from so-called Africa, stuff like that. Because these places, like you know how they say, there is no black country. Yes, there is. There is a place called Black Country, right? And it's a place called Black Country, and it's called a country, but it's like a county. Let me look it up right now. Watch. You know, GF been over all this. A few more has been over this, I think. Country, UK. Yeah, Black Country, UK. Black Country has no single set of defined boundaries. Some traditionalists define it as the area where the coal seam comes to the surface. West Bromwich, Colseley, Oldbury, Blackheath, Cradley, you know, them places. Black Country is an area of England's West Midlands. So remember, so Black Country is a place where there's no borders. So it can extend all the way to your black ass. You know, giving away your American birthright to claim foreignership because you're saying you're black. So if I didn't know nothing about it, I look up something, a black country, because people say they're black, so they must be from a black country, a country called black, right? So, you know, it's like, so then you go into it, you go into the shit. Black Country industrial region closely responding to the small South Staffordshire coalfield in the middle region. Its name derived from its pollution-coated industrial landscape. The Black Country extends immediately to the west of the city of Birmingham, which itself lies off the coalfields and makes up the western part of the metropolitan West Country Midland. The clusters of industrial towns that learned or to earn its appellation sprung up in the 18th century in the historical countries of Staffordshire and Worcestershire, with its intense exploitation and local use of coal and iron ore resources. You know, so just summarizing that, you know, Black Country has a history. If you're claiming black, low key, you're claiming that you're from these territories, you know. So, and if you're claiming Negro, then you're claiming that you're from Eastern Europe. You're claiming that you're from Eastern Europe. You know what I'm saying? Who's that? Snoop Dogg? Nah, man. Snoop Dogg's a crackhead, yo. Snoop Dogg is. Yo, listen. If it was Biggie, and you know I can just speak. I'm not talking before that. If it was Biggie and it was Tupac, there'd be no Snoop. There'd be no Snoopy. We only get to see the third or fourth best, yo. First best, second best, third. They get rid of them, yo. You only get to see your last best. That's it, man. You see anybody out there, just turn on the TV. Oh, that guy's good. Yeah? That's like our fifth best. Because he sold out everybody to get to where he is. Yeah. The best? Oh, we killed those. You know? We killed those. It's fucked up, man. That's how people are, man. It's crazy. You know? Yeah, Snoop sucks. You know, he didn't say nothing Moorish. He's not saying nothing Moorish. He sucks. And the next time I write, might be about him. You know, and you know, when we write songs, when we write, it's beyond that, and you know, we're writing stuff to last, not just 5 years, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this stuff for as long. We want this stuff, our music, to stand as long as the empire stands. Longevity, you know? Because what? We sing about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. When is that gonna finish? When is that gonna finish? Okay, so we write songs to last from you hear it to the end of days, to the end of the sunlight, to the moon goes away. You know what I'm saying? We're not on that black level thing that you see, because those guys are there for you to see. They're there for you to see. They're there for you to channel all that energy that you're supposed to give to me. I have to say that to the rhyme, but no. You know, you're supposed to give it to the people that's doing good, no? I'm doing good, right? You know? So, only part of us is sane. Only part of us love, pleasure, and the longer days of happiness wants to live to our 90s and die in peace in a house that we built that shall shelter through who comes after us. The other half of us is nearly mad. It prefers disagreeable to the agreeable. It loves pain. Its darker nights despair and wants to die in a catastrophe that will set back life to its beginning and leave nothing of our house saved in its blackened foundation. See? You notice blackened anything. You know, that was put in on the other half, the nearly mad side. So you see another application of the black stuff that had nothing to do with anything good. Not talking about what I just said previously about a black country or a mountain of Negroes, right? That's describing somebody, you know? That's a different story. What y'all saying out there, though? Everybody already know. Yeah, they know, but they laugh. They laugh. They laugh, yo. Right now, you got everybody up here. Everybody up here trying to wipe stuff off their phone, anything to do with Trump. Like why everybody suddenly they want to get new phones, get new this and that. Yo, when I was a boy, my mommy told me, right, not to make fun of people or slander them when you don't know them. So why am I grown up now and I see everybody doing that? 90% of everybody, I'm sure they had something negative to say about Trump and all that stuff. Listen, regardless of how that assassination attempt should happen or whatever, he is your sitting president. right? His life has been in considerable danger multiple times, right? Because of that, extra precaution is taken in protecting your president. So people coming in the country, even with negative texts about that guy from 30 years ago, your ass is grass. You shouldn't make fun or talk about people you don't know who they're gonna be. You shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? See, now what? Now the man's in power, and now he can do something about who said shit to him. Because guess what? You ain't got the freedom of speech. You're assuming that you have the right to say something. These people assume too much. You assume that you have the right to say something. You know what I'm saying? You assume that you're a citizen. You assume too much. Like, you just assume. That's our people's problem. That's what most people's problem are. They don't want to learn that. But that's it. Islam more. I got some acres here in Carolina working on building a Moorish city town slash town. It's slow, but it's coming along. Yo, man, good looking, man. That's good. Just keep doing what you do. You know, I'm gonna come through one of these days. Check it out. Probably pick some cherries or whatever you got growing there. You know. Yeah, that's what we want, man. That's what we need. Our own independence. You can't be independent if you can't feed yourself. You can't feed yourself. You can't do nothing. You know, you can't say no. If your stomach is full, you can say no to people. If your stomach is empty, you're saying yes to everything, anything. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Come brother anytime, yes. It's not a country. Yeah, but see, what is a country though? What is a country though? That's the thing. Let's check. I don't know. I got ideas, but let's just see. You know, let's just see. Because it says it doesn't make it true. But that's why you have to have some kind of foundation. You gotta be coming from somewhere. If you're gonna be lost, because everything has something to say. So you have to have an idea what the hell you're doing. Right? Because my basic understanding of that, my little portion of understanding of that, is that, see, when you leave the city, where are you going? You're going to the country. You're going to the countryside. So what? The city is the main area of the so-called country, and then outside is the forested area, suburban area. That's the countryside, or Amish country. You talking about Amish country? Is there a country in the corporate country state of U.S.? No, country is a loose word to say society. You know what I'm saying? A type of you know, because to me, a country is like a bush, like a whole bunch of bushes. You know, it's not what they're saying what it is. Oh, you know, sorry, my bad. Let me go back to this. But let me just say, a country is a distinct part of the world, such as a state, a nation, or other political entities. When referring to a specific polity or a term, country may refer to a sovereign state, states with limited recognition, constituent countries, and dependent territories. Right? So, because you're say you're a country, it don't mean that you're like some sovereign state. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that you could just be a political entity. You know, it could be a constituent country or a dependent state. So it's like you could be just a part or a division of a kingdom someplace, and you just call it country because they got to call you something, and to give you the illusion of you thinking that you're a part of your parcel to them or something. You know that you're not a part of them. You know, so a country is still a loose. It's still too loose to. That's what I'm saying. So the black country, right? When the people are proclaiming that they're black and all this nonsense, right? They're low key saying they're from Europe. They're saying that they're foreigners, or they have or the people from these areas, Montenegro, black country, and all that stuff, have jurisdiction over these people. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I got some agriculture going on, raised grass, fed chickens, not much of the fish eater, but trying to get into it so I can build a pond slash lake to stock up and live off the grid. This area will only be for Moorish, yeah, but I like that still. But we gotta build our own grid. We gotta go back on the longitude, latitude, on the ley lines, and all of these things. You know, at least strive to, because we're the civilization builders. We're not the nocturnal people in the woods, forest, running around naked. That's not our culture. You know, of course we were in the cities. We're the oldest people. The oldest people means the most people. So the people with the most, we think the people that are a lot of them, you think they're gonna be in the forest where there's hardly anything, or they're gonna be a house beside each other, beside each other, beside each other, beside each other. Boom, a whole city. With everybody else's population was so thin that all of them together couldn't even create a village, couldn't even create a province or a city or anything, because there was not enough of them. We were the only people that was in abundance all over. That of course we're gonna be in cities because there's hundreds of millions of us. Like, yeah, we're gonna be a city. Most of us are lazy. We don't want to go no. Most of us, right? You leave your mom's house, you just build a house right beside hers. Yeah, what do you mean? We're not like everybody else who want to run away from. No, we stay in right. Most men of them, wherever they're born, that's where they're staying. No, they don't really want to go. They don't really go nowhere or nothing. Canaan and territory. Yeah, so let me go back to this country thing. 1 second. Country. 1 second. I know y'all don't like the quiet part. The quiet part is when you actually just think. The quiet part is the me, The part in between the part that I don't say nothing. That's me. That's the me. Like, yeah, but that's boring, No, use your imagination and you won't be bored, man. You can't be bored. So the etymology of country, etymology of country, right? It's not an ancient word, right? Country, mid 13th century, one's native land, 13th century, any geographic area, area. Is that beeping? Is that coming from us? But yeah, any geographic area, sometimes with implication of political organization, from Old French contre, contrid, region, district, country, from Vulgar Latin terra, contrata, land, lying opposite, or land spread before one. In medieval Latin, country, region, from Latin contra, opposite again. The native word is land. So, country ain't what they're telling us. I don't see nothing but border control. I don't see nothing about passports, tariffs. Where are people coming up with these nonsense, man? You're just following everything these people say, man. It's ridiculous stuff. It's really dumb. We got an ancient. If we went back 50, 500 years, get an ancient man from then, bring him here. Everything he does is illegal. Everything he does is wrong. You know that, right? Do you know? Yeah. He's gonna be like, how y'all living, y'all? Yeah. It's crazy. Also from 13th century as area surrounding or walled city or town. Open country. By 16th century, the word was applied mostly to rural areas as opposed to towns and cities, meaning inhabitants of a country. The people is from the 13th century. So inhabitant of a country means that you're a part of a city. That's the closest thing that you can get to anywhere. What these guys talking about right now, country, showing you a map of the whole thing. These people bright, bro. Like, where are you making this shit up from? That's not what a country is. That's why Moorish up here, at least, is saying that Canada is Ottawa. Ottawa, the city Ottawa, that's Canada. The country. Ra, you're from Canada. You guys are not like us. I thought we all came off the same boat, bro. I thought we all came off the same boat. Huh? Like, which narrative you watch? Any narrative that you bring up, de facto or real, we're brothers. What the flip are you talking about, man? You're from Jamaica. How did I get there? How did you get where you're at? Oh, we just appeared on the island out of nowhere? We just appeared there? No, see, they brought you. Just stop the nonsense. If they brought me, they brought you too. You can't just pick and choose which part of de facto and de jure history you want to use, want to apply. We can't promote Rock Out music. You from Canada. From Canada? What the fuck you talking about, bro? Like, do you know that y'all was dying, according to their history, y'all was dying to come up here to be free? Right? You was going underground railroad, underground railroad, subway. Cause Elemental Rock, Harriet Tubman or whatever, she was a conductor. She was a train conductor. She wasn't picking no shit on no cotton field. She was a train conductor. Right? So, if people was coming to so-called Canada to be free, when did that stop? I'm just saying, according to their history. When did that stop? Right? And then, if it didn't stop, why would slaves, because that's the history, right? You say the U.S., they never, you still slaves, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go with that for a second. So, if we escaped to the north to be free, why would you laugh at us? Isn't that stupid? You're laughing that we're free and you're not. Yo, you see how stupid it is, yo? Tell me it's not. Tell me it's not stupid. Please. So, Harriet Tubman and those guys, they came up, there's 400 or 500 of them, build a St. Catherine. Do you think I can go to St. Catherine's right now and there's a black town and black whatever, black mayor, black police? No. No. So, where they just made up everything. Yeah, exactly. Just made up everything. Because Canada is not as big as you say. Canada, the country, is not what you say. They just made up the definition from shore to shore, from shore to shore, from Atlantic to Pacific. They just made that up right when we were born. Before that, country meant city. Country meant open area. That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta slow down here. You gotta slow down on everything. I'm misled on everything. On every level. You know? Because I know that's why 80% of the Moors don't, actually, Canaan Moors don't exist because somebody must have told them that we're not in America or something. Like, what? Remember, America is a continent. And then that's debatable because the continent, that's not a story, you know? But Noble Ali, chapter 47, told us the jurisdiction, you know what I'm saying? Told us the jurisdiction of where we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying, dude. Okay, so, because it was all about jurisdiction. And you're in the country of Canada. You're a dummy. You're just a dummy. Like, you don't know what a country is. You don't know what Canada is. You don't know where you are. Like, it's just crazy. And you just keep going. You're not even stopping to check. You're not even stopping to fix yourself. These more certified Moorish. Yes. You know the funny thing is, I was on that today. I have it on my screen right now. Right here, look. On my screen right now, man. Not even mine, man. You know? Stop being on the wave, you know? I continue being on the wave. But yeah, this is our country. You wanna know what our country is? This is our country right here. Hopefully y'all can hear me good. This is our country, right? Uh, all of what I'm saying right now. The Moabite from the land of Moab who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit northwest Africa. They were the founders and are the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire with their Canaanite, Hittites, and Amorite brethren who sojourned them from the land of Canaan seeking new homes. Their dominions, this is country. This is our country. what I'm saying right now. All of what I'm saying right now, that's our country. Right? This is our country. Right? What I'm saying right now. Right? Uh, their dominions in their dominions and inhabitation extended from northeast and southwest Africa across the great Atlantis, even unto the present North, South, Central America, and also Mexico. Don't forget that part. And the Atlantis Islands before the great earthquake which caused the great Atlantic Ocean. So we get the ocean too, right? So all of what I just said, from northeast, southwest Africa, across the great Atlantis, even to present North, South, Central America, and also Mexico and the adjoining islands before the great earthquake which caused the Atlantic Ocean. That's our country. That whole thing, what I just said, that's our country. You know what I'm saying? What? That's our country. A nation with its own government occupying a particular territory. That's our country. You want me to say our country one more time? One more time? Because we're dealing with ancient shit. We're not dealing with what these people are talking about right now. Right? Our dominions and inhabitation extend from northeast and southwest Africa across the great Atlantic, across the great Atlantic, even unto the present North, South, Central America, and also Mexico, and the Atlantis Islands before the great earthquake which caused the Atlantic Ocean. That's our country, right? An area or region with regard to its physical features, right? That's our country. All of what I just said. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Somebody see what I'm saying though? Or am I just talking nonsense? Huh? You think I'm talking nonsense? Because I just showed you with my power, with my birthright, part and parcel to this government. So if anybody else didn't say it, I said it. So it's law. Rebut it. Right? So our country is all of what I said. All of the above. Nobody Ali said that. You know what I'm saying? Hope you're with me. Yeah. Country, the territory of a nation. Do I have to go on anymore? Like, you're not hearing me though. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. They don't hear me. I said noun, country, noun. One. You don't hear me. Nobody hears me. But look, what does that say? The territory of a nation, a sovereign state, or a region, once independent and still distinct in institutions, language, etc. So we got a divine creed, we got a nationality, we got a button, we got a turban, we got a shirt. This is all he is. Listen, this bad cave, finish it, done it, killed it, butchered it, did everything to it before we even We just woke up. Oh, food's ready. That's all we know. All we know is the food's ready. Yo. So when they come with this country shit, tell them shut up, right? Because their country that they're talking about isn't even defined yet, yo. It's not even defined yet. You're not gonna see country from shore to shore includes provinces, states. That's some new shit, bro. They just put that up in the 80s. They just added that because the gentrification and all this nonsense that they're trying to do. Trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, right? Country, right? All the way from West Africa, including Europe, all the way across the Atlantic Ocean now, all the Atlantic islands, right? So-called Caribbean, so-called Antilles, North, South, Central, so-called continent. Stop the nonsense, yeah. So-called continent. All of that is our country. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? You know? So, let's get that clear, you know? Yeah, so they want to go back to their country, that's fine. But that's not where you think it is. That's far away. That's beyond our dominion. When you go east past our dominion, that's your country. That's your stuff. Well, let me get a recap. Let me do it up again. Moorish dominion. Moorish American dominion. And inhabitation extended from northeast, southwest Africa, across the Great Atlantis, even the present North, South, Central America, and also Mexico and the Atlantic Islands before the great earthquake which caused the Great Atlantic Ocean. So we get the Atlantic Ocean too. You know what? Just like oil. It's like whatever, this your land, that shit popped up on your land, guess who it is? So, Atlantis, ocean, the whole thing is who? By birthright. So, you fight against the Moors, you're fighting against Allah. You're fighting against God. You're fighting against extraterritorial beings. You ready for all that? You ready for all that? So, don't come bring up no nonsense about I'm not in my country. Shit. This is all Morocco. All of it. All of what I just said. All Maghreb al-Aqsa. One country. One nation. Moorish Empire. Right? Has multi-nations inside of it. So U.S., we're not in U.S. We're not the nation that's within a nation. No. They're the corporate nation within a nation. You know what I'm saying? And a nation is the same thing as saying country, right? And then that country is a sovereign state or region, independent and distinct. That's our dominion. Play to music because I don't think they get it. But if they don't get it, they're not supposed to. They don't want to get it. They don't want to get it. Yeah, so what's happening out there, though? say Edamon. Let's go back to this. Back to that. And Islam. What are you saying on that note? Is it heterogeneous, Occidental hybrid, Albion, foreign colonizing European immigrants, indentured service, was it Peregrinus? Yeah, but you forgot to put modern Europeans. Apart from that, you're precise. Islam, Forex Bay. I already know. Moorishness.com. That's stuff I want to put on the record today, cause they gotta know. They all know that they're playing games, yo. So we gotta what? Moorish. Invincible. You could be told and hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. You could be told and hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. Gullible. Funnable. Entertaining. Running you. The layman. I you. War. Skies are blue. The first fall to the country is blue. Fall 2.2. Back in the days of Atlantic Ocean was the same. One last man. This is nigga city. You wasn't even considered it. He was the hand like some for a feed. Like a lot of broken things. Let us make them from you got to use that fast. They can call this fake. If we find out the naked get it. Get what it do. 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 Trump almost got shot again. Nobody cares. Next president, and be dead on a piece of paper again. That's when they don't say things. Back them up in their residence. I can testify evidence, but the demo system didn't pay us rent. Yes, dumb niggas. What you just run niggas. Well, he hiding in the sewer water. We waiting for it. Elvis ain't got nothing but hound dogs. We catching up. They can call these Satan. Find out we get three friends. You told to hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. You told to hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. You could be told. You could be told. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. What it do. Hear what it do. Gullible. Yeah. Get back to the Navy Yard. Yeah. No good. Honorable. Well, you don't know what that is. What's that? A belief is not a fact. It's an opinion. What's that, man? Positive law, ancient, modern jurisprudence. So it's not an identity. You told us. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. You told. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. Gullible. If you could be told, then hear what to do. Yo, that song sucks, y'all. This and that. You could have said what? Could have said what? I said what was supposed to be said. In Moorish America. You could be told, hear what to do. Like, share, forward. Send it to the people who thinks that they like lyrical stuff. We got them on every level. We got the education. We got the civics, erudition. We got the law, the history. I'm being redundant. But, you know, we got it all. I don't know what to say. Like, we're the Moorish. Wait, you think we're just mighty then? We're not mighty now? Tripping. Don't trip. What's that? Michael, the Archangel, is a Moor. Yeah, he better be a Moor. Unless he's an imposter. You know? So that's why I was like, yo, any alien invasion or whatever, right? If you don't come down here and check me, as an example, GS, whoever, if you don't come check us first, then it's fake, man. It's fake. Because if these things came or come, that means they were here before. And if they were here before, they know who was running shit. And then they come back and then they see we're not running shit. They're gonna wanna pull up on us. Be like, yo, what's up? What happened? That? Yeah. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But low-key, I'm learning a little bit about the the mermaid shit is realer than some aliens coming out of the skies and shit. You know, it seems like most of those alien stuff is really mermaids and shit. You know, Sumerian gods, right? The fishman, you know, fishman. Yeah, so there's some truth to it, you know. There's some deep truth to that shit. But, you know, that's going off to maritime. I'll stay on the land, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you know, it might be some land beyond the ice wall and shit, but I'm not going to check. I'm not going to check. I'm trying to control my own estate over here, bro. Like, worrying about all this other shit, but, you know, I have alien invasion going on over here. Like, why am I worrying about what's going on in the ice wall and shit? That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for none of that. You know? You know? Like, yeah, it's a ponder, but that shit's like last on my list. You know? First on my list is, who are you? What are you doing here? Where's my shit? You know? Because I'm going by cellular memory, so-called DNA memory, written inside me. I know some shit is here for me. Where is it at? You know? And then it's a trick question because I never ask the question usually that I don't know the answer. Why would I ask the question that I don't know the answer? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because what? You could be told, hey, with a dove. You know? The wild beast. The wild beast. The wild beast. Bear with me for a second. You know, I'm doing the gangster shit right now. I'm about to read, bro. Hardest man that I knew growing up is buckle. It's time to read something in class or some shit. Oh, this. Can I use the washroom? Yo, I'm not scared of these words, yo. Watch this shit. Words, bro. Not making these words beat me. When you grow up in America, you don't really learn how foul humans can smell. Just as you don't learn about the smell of death. Taking a crowded bus in the summer exposes you to unpleasant odors, but that is a transitory experience. If you turn your head or move a few steps away from the offending commuter, the smell is gone. No amount of journeys on buses, however, can prepare prepare you for the stink of refugees. When you, hey, that's not me, man. I'm just saying, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. It's immigrants talking about themselves, though. I don't know. Just what's going on. Think of refugees. When enter a sport hall filled with women and children who have not washed for a month, or when you enter a cowshed filled with male prisoners who have not washed for 2 or 3 months, you smell something new. It is terrible. You think that somebody has wrapped a discarded dish rag around your face, and then he must inhale air through it. Of course, the smell is disgusting. It is the smell of filth, the smell of animals. We have we have an easy time thinking of animals as animals, in part because they smell like animals. That's a difference. That's that's a difference between us and them. But what are you supposed to think when you find a group of humans who smell no better than cows? Even worse, it reminds you that humans are animals with the ability to stink like pigs and kill like wolves. The sport, um, Love Thy Neighbor, a story of war by Peter Maas. So it's not me, no. Blame Peter Maas. And, yeah, my disclaimer is that this is information. I'm studying, I'm learning, and I'm part and parcel of this authority. So, that's all I gotta say about that. Um, sports, the sports hall in Split reeked of sweat, not for athletes, but from refugees. The basketball floor was jammed full of Bosnians. Yo, can you hear me though? Like, it sounds decent. Music there is mostly women and children who had just straggled into town. They slept on blankets, one one family per blanket. The court was too small for all of them, so a few hundred refugees were living on a bleacher's seat. It was 1992 in May. Many of the Bosnians had not showered since the war began a month earlier, having been trapped in basements all the time of scrambling through the forest. The, the wait for the gym show, the wait for the gym showers was so long that days after arriving in Croatia, most had not begun the first steps of cleansing their bodies. Just 6 weeks before, some of them had been well-groomed doctors and lawyers, but now they smell like livestock. It was only the smallest insult the war had bestowed on them. Yeah, so I was just saying that to say, easy to be a pencil pusher, um, um, a keypad dapper, you know what I'm saying? A tie loosener, you know what I'm saying? A paper walker, you know. a messenger from boss to workers and shit. Smelling good, having a Cadillac outside, $6 million home mortgage. You know, you got like almost got the property tax paid off. You know what I'm saying? All of that means it means nothing. It means nothing when if shit hits the fan, you can't find food for yourself. You don't know how to start a fire. You don't know how to hunt. You know? You don't know how to do agriculture. You don't know how to knit. Woman, man, whoever. You know what I'm saying? You don't know crochet. You don't know how to cut down leaves and make or branches and make like makeshift bone arrows and shit. You know? You don't know how to do all that. So because you think that something in your bank is gonna always solve shit. The stuff that's in your bank, in your wallet, you think it's gonna always solve shit. Oh, it's broken. Just get a mechanic. Oh, it's just the water's leaking. Okay, I'll just do this and that, and you're just throwing fiat at it like you're doing something, like you're learning something. You know, these people learn fast. Bosnians, they learned fast that everything that they thought they knew meant shit when it comes to surviving. You know? So, hopefully y'all learned something today. Hopefully you learn what a country is, right? And that we're all in the same country. You know what I'm saying? And North, South, Central America, joining islands over across the Atlantic Ocean, Northwest, Southwest, all that is one country, including Mexico. All one country. Claimed already. Claimed it. Nobody already claimed that stuff from like 1920, 1913. And probably before all that shit. You know? So, you already know. Yeah, Bloodline Joe Sanguinus, Corsica Chronicles, add a reminder, Pet Cemetery. For treasonous behavior. What's going on though? That's what they do though. You already know. You already know that's how they do it, man. And then after all this is said and done, tomorrow same shit. Because they like not listening to the gods. They love it. They love the tempt. They love to think that there's another way apart from submitting, apart from being. It's so good. You know, resistance is really futile. You know, it's really a waste of time. Because the faster you run away from the prophet, it seems that you're running right into his arms. Like, it doesn't matter which way you're going. You're just gonna look like an idiot at the end of the day. It's all being recorded, being documented, being stapled, stamped, etched, embroidered. Like, you can't hide from this, man. You won't be able to hide. You can't tell your grandchildren in 20 years that you were doing something. You're just going to look back. You're going to say, yeah, okay, let me see 20, 27, 2030. Let's go back to 2030, see what grandpa was doing. And, of course, grandpa all, doing fuck all. And they're gonna take your picture off the wall and probably at least pee on it or something. Because they want, at that point, they want to prove to the world that they're not like you. It's gonna be that disgusting. Because, you know, they want to live in honor at that point. You know? That's, Asir said a few things to this. So they said the one thing is that we all had money. So it wasn't about money, it was about principles, how we deal with each other, you know, how we communicate with each other, the honor that's there, the loyalty that's there, you know, nation building that's there. That's higher than what these people are calling human stuff, like, you know. We need to get those things back, the high morality, you know, or maybe we can't get it back, but I'm just saying, like, that's where it's at, you know. Let's see. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Yes. Maxims and principles. Yeah. But we gotta drop the world on them if they don't listen. Like, they gotta remember that. We will drop the world on you for trying to violate. Yes, we will. A few will. And they're really big. Bigger than this one. You know, so let's play two music and then wrap it up for now. We can do that before YouTube kicks me off. I didn't know. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Yeah, Trump's probably pulling their coattail, huh? Trump's like, yo, just let him say one, two things. Remember, whatever he said, he's still not gonna wake up to anybody. Okay. Only a handful. Yes, only a handful. Yes, I know. I'm still gonna strive to, you know. I'm being myself. I got time, so we do it. Get it done. What's that? Old Canaanite Glory 1913 for life. Yantra. Love sound forming into matter of fact. Mani. Pandami. De. You know what I'm saying? Words, power, and sound. Frequency. So everything is based off, you know? So you see, they'll show you the DNA like this, like a long string. But if you look at it this way, then you see the harmonics, frequencies, the different patterns of each of them, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, niggas don't care about none of that stuff. They already know. Excuse me. But, you know, we're not here for you. We're here for the ones, not the not ones. We're here for the ones. The people who realize that life doesn't end here. In the next place that you're going, you better know some shit, because you're going to be handicapped as hell. You're going to be handicapped as hell trying to do some shit over there. And you got to lift that 200-pound belt weight with no body. You have no body. You're going to have to do it with your mind. You're going to have to lift that whole solar system and put it over to the other side with no hands. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to learn some shit before you go over there. You went over there handicapped. Like, you went over there solar capped. Solar capped. Crazy. got working on some music and shit, but you know, we always working on some music. You more play the music, man. Do your thing. Promote the stuff. You know, I'm worthy of my hire. I would assume. You know, I would assume that because, you know, I say I'm worthy. I make myself worthy. You know, why not you? Why you can't see that? Kids, oh, I know. You're listening to Hawkeye and all these guys, yeah. Those guys are Jamaicans. I love the mix-up, man. Like, remember, I'm God, you know. So you will see me on the other side. You know? May the best mind win. You know, shit, I got like so much songs I didn't even know what to press. Crazy. It's just randomize it, you know? Yeah, you go to Moorishness.com. And listen. Listen. Hey.
Shake the hay for the horse trade. G's says the mule run them all day. G's eyes surrender to the soul, but you won't fade. Aiming high, moving forward up in your space. Everything right here in the past will be manifest. Was a thought first. Mother more fruit forbidden for your ingestion. You're not consequenting no election. Heads are gonna roll among you all. Big catapult, we deliver no prescription. Just AC perception and other dimensions. From birth right here to help end it. Kind of temple doors gonna bottom neck. Whoever mentioned we don't need a temple. Is it number between the ears, don't know what it's meant for? Yeah. You need some blood silence. I'm telling y'all, black leaders, bunch of dirty boys, stuck in the lowest cells, the won't go further on. People got an Afro breaker, we enforce the law. I'm telling y'all, who's selling y'all? Black leaders, bunch of dirty boys, stuck in the lowest cells, the won't go further on. People got an Afro breaker, we enforce the law. Hey, 2 1 for 1. Thanks, D&B, another great one of the mother son on track. Got his arm back channel, got his arm back channel. Tune in,
tell the damn truth.
Big two, Moorish silk, not flannel. I'm in my boxes in December. Feeling like Mayweather, L battle. I wrestle with my guards on the toes of my person, put the memory of bell out. Walking with your own ground, you surfing. Run up in your own proper spot, you nervous. Surplus in the crash to blame us. You need a virus. Run up in streets and gates. Rollerblade your 8 ways, leap on top of the silence. Now he knows it was dominoes. Can't stay here. Got a lot, you know we got a lot. I gotta go. I'm telling y'all, black leaders, bunch of dirty boys, stuck in the lowest cells, we won't go further on. We got an Afro breaker, we enforce the law. I'm telling y'all, who's selling y'all? Black leaders, bunch of dirty boys, stuck in the lowest cells, we won't go further on. We got an Afro breaker, we enforce the law. Nigga.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you can't tell us we're not doing it right, yo. You can't say we're not doing it too right either. We're being, you know. That's all we can do is just be. Salam, more. Yeah, you know, so I'm just gonna probably run one more track. Unless you wanna come up and say something, you can come say something if you want.
That's so big. Oh, black slow, only quick, camera, special effects,
Don't laugh, yo.
yo, so the new son, your hard head, black ass ass, I love you, Jordan, yo, fast, yo, the
Same like cross.
so, mine is always off the topic. You want to eat well, I'm from the topic. Hot shit. Didn't need no nigga talk about my soul. Talking about that dirty old sailor that can be a comfort stallion. That drunkard, she said they cleaned up the fire. No,
Never met no nigga called Columbus. Crazy.
You're the same like the topic. So, mine is always off the topic. You want to eat well, I'm from the topic. Hot shit.
Nigga called Columbus.
Talking about that dirty old sailor that can be a comfort stallion. That drunkard, she said they cleaned up the fire. No cap, no cap,
Hey.
no cap, fire, got no cap, no cap, said no cap, no cap, no cap.
Yeah, I don't know how to invite anybody on this show.
No cap, no cap,
No cap.
no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap,
No cap.
no cap, More talk about home jumper. There's no cap, like black with a slave. One of them was us, no cap. Look up the first slave owner. It was stunning. While I'm laughing, it was some dark-skinned brother named Andrew Jackson. Quote, unquote. Cracker wasn't doing the crack with clean dope, undope, there's no peeling onions. Eyes be running the marathon, carry on, still beyond. They're Americans. They do the best font work.
They're defeated by font.
Setting food up the fire. No cap.
No cap. No cap. No cap. No fire. No cap. No cap. No cap. And a.
No cap. None worse than fire.
No cap.
No cap. No cap. It's on and on and on and on and on and on. No cap. No cap.
No cap. And a. No cap.
No cap. No cap.
Yeah, I know how to do that. Run the block.
You go to collect. You run
Clap.
49 years. Subject to the better spot. So dirt and smoke earth. These words first. Now we thirsty. Some words needed in the most. Demon and Holy Ghost. Demon because listen to water. Right, not a drip. Fire. No cap and a. No cap and a. No cap. Fire. Got no cap. No cap. Said no cap. None. No cap. No cap. No cap. None worse than fire.
There's no cap. What are they gonna say? Your music sucks. Music sucks, bro. This is not music. This is like. This is not music, bro. What you talking about? Some real shit.
Yeah. Lady born, lady.
Crazy.
Maybe took a second look, amazing. You. How you cooking? How you baking, baby? Crazy. Had a line.
If the demo had it different, your lady might not have been born a lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Lady born a
Lady, crazy.
Maybe took a second look, amazing. You. How you cooking? How you baking, baby?
Crazy.
Had a line for myself, but you ain't shame. I had a good mind, but that's not
Looking crazy.
M.O.B. M.O.G. Independence, but the version like Jetson.
Maybe.
None of them suggestions. Now, pressure, polish, smelling like
Crazy,
daisy.
crazy.
Back to baby. Know you run this for
Safety.
A to Z. Too bad you lazy.
Know what you got. Know what you got.
Pop back, popped up.
tough.
See you got the crescent on the wrong spot. See you got a seal, trapping this on top. I see you got a shield, GPS back for more hip hop soul spot. It's all stop. See you got a shield, them crackers on soul drop. See you got a shield with them portable shop. See you got a middle of centimeters, it's up and notch. You know what you got? So still, been taking advantage of. You take the cash for real, you taking your panties off. You don't know what it's money. Don't know what they got.
You don't know she the money.
Been taking advantage.
She the money.
You take the cash for real, you taking your panties off. You don't know what it's money. Don't know what they got.
You got a what?
Sword hanging over the motherfucker. You got a fez with a sword hanging over the motherfucker.
Crazy.
You got a compounded in the gonna come hound. See the witness. See them. Then boom. I'm a city crazy. Lady born up lady. Now my grandpa swear it. Could be what you want, but nothing back to her. Crazy. Lady born up lady. Now my grandpa swear it. Could be what you want, but nothing back to her. It could be a crayon, but not a more, someone actual. Don't know what they got.
What you expect me to get?
Don't know what they got. Don't know what they got.
He didn't notice. He didn't notice. That cat was chattel.
Show me something, flavor on the damn thing. No credit card, can't call garage, 6 bolts. Like old torn up coat, big hole. Where's the road to yours? Corporate man.
Enough to be on the side.
That says you earned it. Online ain't yours yet. Your wife, you purchased. Your child, you nursing. Said I still virgin. They say you're worthless, useless. Only change is an alcohol report and no excuses. If you head to the switch heirlooms, it's time to take the status to near explosion. You don't own you.
Hell nah.
Property can't
Own property. Hell nah. Cattle and shadow. Notice that cattle.
You don't need to tell us
Bye.
I don't need a
Bye.
You got our alibi.
Bye.
You'll be a, wanna be a, Why you here? This is you at the pillow. Don't know shit. How you shift up? No sticks. Pick us up with no sticks. Stop the glue. Just that. Just this and just this.
Sick of you. Crazy. Touch it. Entertainment. Alright, dance to this. 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 Let's dance to this. Let's dance to this. Let's dance to this. And you take no, yeah, you'll be breaking oats. Anything goes, all small, in the zone. Man, crash, black, close, you want the basic, ain't no group, not really more basically off you, bumping, that us, you will made, and we know we to do this. Remember, Moorishness.com. Yeah, we're dominating totally this year. Maybe you didn't know. Yeah. Earth right. Get rid of this. I know you know this. Country, call me crazy. Skip the line. More blood, more blood, more blood, more blood, more. Muscle on top, muscle on top. Muscle on, muscle on, muscle on, muscle on, pass along, pass along. Different. Yeah, you know, so as we go on, you know, quality, everything gets better and stuff, you know. But right now, for a while now, it's all about just putting the stuff up. Putting the stuff up, get the information out there, say what they want to say. They piss me off enough, write them up, you know what I'm saying? Lyrically. Or in risk. It don't matter. Lyrics, my lyrics are rich. Yes, that's it. All the things your head, back up with building. That must be serving, yeah. That must be serving if it's so good. Something like this, was about the human. You don't have to rotate, breathe no more than one. Yes, yes. Room the master by your own. I'm like, you will not be with that one. Yeah, that's the thing, man. You know, it's just thinking about the ignorance and the ignorance and the ignorance on top of ignorance. It'll drive you a little crazy, you know? At least it'll make you ponder too much into something that's illogical to try to make it logical. It'll drive you nuts, yeah. So, you know, I try to just stay away from all those things. I don't even know what's going on. I just know I'm doing me. I just know that, boom, every so often you hear a new track because I'm not caught up. I'm not staying caught up. I'm never gonna be caught up with what they're doing. I'm caught up with what I'm doing. I'm caught up with what the Moors are doing. I don't know what those people are doing. But Rod, pandemic, you dropping a track? Yeah, life goes on, bro. Like, what's wrong with people? A lot of people tripping, you know? You turn around, I'm at 400 tracks. Why? Because I use my time mostly wisely, you know? If I don't have something else going on, I'm donating. My time to the nation that we're rising, you know, rising more. The nation is being risen with our hands. initiated by the super prophet, El Sharif Abdul Ali. So, I'm here as an example to make the prophet right because, can't really make the prophet wrong, but you can assist in making sure the prophecy comes true because prophecies coming true is the people at that present time made the prophecy come true. Americans United, Gupta, love. So yeah. Islamism, give thanks ism, been informative and a pleasure. This is my first live on YouTube. Give thanks YouTube for keeping it up. I don't know what happened, but I'll take it. And we go from there. To all those fraud Tahakas, Ramis, and all these Salamis, the people, they're lucky that the people are fast asleep, That's why they get to do what they're doing and stuff. Slander active Moors and stuff like that. So, Islam. And then you notice I was on this for, 2.5 hours? I was talking about dirties for 5 seconds. They're not important. They is, but they isn't. We're doing us. The Moors saying that they have land, you know what I'm saying? They're setting up land, they're doing all this stuff. This is the news that we're supposed to be spreading. These are the news. These are the great industrious and divine, spiritual, harmonious. Just throwing out words there, that's positive words, that we're doing to be active because we're a part of a movement. So we gotta be active, not passive. Nothing to do with niggers. Nigger is some river that's full of dead water, so we call it nigger. I'm just saying. So, Islam for the next one. So we got how to get out.